How's it going, everybody? I am back in Fallout 4, and this time I'm going to be showing you guys my mod load order, my current one, since I recently cleaned it up whenever I had to uh, delete the full game because I was having issues with saves. And I was able to clean up my load order quite a bit, and it actually works really well for me. Uh, Hopefully it works well for other people if you guys decide to make your mod load order similar to mine or the same as mine. But what I want to also do in this video is I want to give you guys some information about mod load orders and stuff like that that might help you guys when making your mod load order, and so you don't have to follow my mod load order exactly, uh, just to help you guys out. So I'm going to leave a link in the description that will give you guys a lot of information. This is something on Bethesda.net that I found that gives you a ton of information about modding Fallout 4 and about load orders, like what mods you should have where based on like what file types they are and stuff like that. It's a lot of information that I don't really understand quite as well as these people that made this. It's a bit it's quite a lot actually because I was just going through it, and it's pretty in depth, and there's a lot of steps, and mine is not completely following this document in the description, but this is something that people have like taken the time to like give examples of certain mods that would fit, and I think that's something that, like, if you are trying to make the best mod load order that really works very well, this is probably your best bet to follow this. But uh, we'll just get right into that then. So on this list, it's got master files as the top thing. So that includes mods like unofficial Fallout 4 patch, cheat room, armor and weapon keyword, community resources on like all the consoles, USO base game file. So that's like a really big one that in my load order you'll see it's at the top. Sim settlements, that would be at the top as well if you have that one on whatever console you're playing. This also has simple green, simple seasons, spring, uh, and then a lot of weather mods as well. The thing is about this load order file is it's got a lot of information on here. So if this is something that you'd be interested in reading, I'd suggest actually going to this Google Doc in the description and actually reading about it yourself. The next thing below that is faction and AI overhauls. So settler sandbox and AI expansion, increase settler limit, awareness, wire length, corpse collision, uh, all the Commonwealth 2.0 mods, like the overhaul of all the factions and stuff like that, and then also all the deadly of the Commonwealth, like deadly enemy of the Commonwealth, raiders, super mutants, gunners, etc. Those mods are going to be ones that you're going to want in the second tier of your load order. In the third tier, you're going to want quest mods. So there's some that you're going to require to run at the bottom of the load order, but it should you should just pay attention to whenever you're placing those in the load order. Below that, new land masses, so like new settlements that you add into the game and stuff like that. Well, not necessarily settlements, but like new areas. So there's a couple mods that just add like you go to a boat and then it takes you to a whole new area in the game that's not like a part of the game to begin with. I think that I know on like other consoles, I've seen people literally have like Minecraft areas and stuff like that. That's not my thing, but it's somebody's thing. So if you want that, you can have that. Uh, Below that, new factions. I don't really know of any on this game or on this console. So PS4, I don't think that there's really any, but uh, could be. Bugs and fixes, unofficial patches, stuff like that would be next. Workshop Spotlight fix, universal missing menus, universal actor scale remover, uh, Forest Grove Marsh fix, stuff like that. Next in the load order will be settlement building mods. Then you have, let me see, settlement building mods that inject menus through scripts. So sim settlements, add-ons, advanced settlement power, better stores, creative clutter, do it yourself. That's a big mod on PC. I don't think that's on or on either of the consoles. Maybe on Xbox, but uh, stuff like that would be next. OCD or OC Decorator, that would be there. Sim Settlement add-ons, that would be a big one. Next would be Sim Settlement building mods that overhauls menus or makes changes to it. So Workshop Rearrange, USO Season Pass, USO, all of the like plugins and stuff would be in that section. Then gameplay changes and tweaks. So things that just change how the game plays in general. Uh, New companion mods and NPC and companion changes would be next. Radio and audio mods, and then visual, atmospheric, and textural improvements. So that would be a big one for some people. Lighting changes, vanilla settlement changes, tweaks. So stuff that like adds like lifts into Grey Garden and Finch Overpass, or the settlement extended mods or whatever. Uh, then sorting and menu changes, and then HUD related changes, character model replacers, player character enhancements, Pip-Boys and map mods, and crafting. So those are all, that's most of this list. There's still a lot, but what I would highly suggest is that if you are interested in this, that you look in the Google Doc that I'm going to put in the description. There's a lot to it though, so if you're interested in that, I'll put it in the description. It'll be there. And now I'm going to take you guys through my load order, starting with USO. Oh, that's not the right things. We'll load back into this real quick. It's not any of the right images. That's going to mess me up. But USO base game and the other one that I have, Settlement Electricity Overhaul, those should both automatically be at the top. So the reason why is because they're master files. Those should be at the top. I didn't even put those there in mine. They automatically were there. The only ones that I moved were the settlement or the USO other mods that came with that. So for those, I moved those closer to the top to help with like just getting my build menu like more sorted. What I also moved up was Scrap That Settlement. That's a really important mod for me. There's also Scrap That Commonwealth and Scrap Everything. I think that's another one. Those are really big ones. Next is Quappa. That's a Place Anywhere on PlayStation 4. It's also got like tilting tools, stuff like that. It's really awesome. It's a really great mod. It's the successor to Swappa. Swappa was a big mod and pain in the butt whenever it came out. Below that, Go Green, Go Solar for me. That's a pretty cool mod. Posters of the Commonwealth, that's another mod that is really cool, along with the DLCs. So that's two mods that I have for Posters of the Commonwealth. Then I've got a couple of Creation Club fixes. Pretty much anytime that they come out with something on Creation Club, somebody goes in and they fix what Bethesda doesn't do correctly. The shotgun is the main one. The aiming is terrible, and this mod corrects the aiming for it, so that's pretty cool. Greebs adds a bunch of wall bits and stuff like that that you can build with. Makeshift furniture, junk wall collection, those are just some different building mods. Gas mask with helmets, that probably doesn't have to be very high in your load order. Workshop decoration pack adds a bunch of shelves, stuff that is already like cluttered and built on, so that's pretty useful. Settler food cap extended. This is a really cool mod because it makes it where one settler can farm 25 food instead of 6. So you can honestly assign one person to farm at a settlement, and it's uh, it's really great. Workshop junk wall pack. This is another mod that's fantastic. Um, I think it's Aslam. I didn't mean to. Oops. I don't know. I think it's Aslam's workshop junk wall pack. Uh, he's got a couple mods: workshop decoration pack, and then I think one more. Legendary modification. It just lets you build another or build a legendary mod onto essentially anything. It's pretty cool. Simple settlers. This gives names to settlers. It's awesome. It makes it immersion like out beyond like just playing the game. You can like create lore in your own town just by naming people and having them in the same house. You can build families if you want. You don't get to name the settlers, but they do come named. So you could essentially build a family. Sometimes you'll get kids, stuff like that. And yeah, it's pretty awesome. What's really cool is that it adds a ton of like different versions of the settlers that would regularly pop up. So 22, 226 new human adults, 14 ghoul adults, one ghoul child, and 6 human children. It'll add like different versions and stuff, so you won't see all the same settlers in one settlement. Workshop interactive objects. This is just a bunch of objects that if you go and hit X on, you'll actually like do something. It's nice. Tonight you sleep on the couch adds beds that are couches. Dogs not Brahmin replaces pack Brahmin with dogs. No settlement attacks, pretty self-explanatory. Grey Garden overpass and Finch overpass lifts, just adds elevators up there, like what the gunners would use. Enhanced flickering fires, I think that's all this is. It really doesn't do a whole lot. They aren't any nicer. Workshop turret pack. It's a pretty awesome mod. Adds a bunch of turrets that do a bunch of damage. Different like gen versions of or Mark 1 through like 7 of turrets and stuff. So the higher level ones do a lot more damage. They do cost a little bit more in supplies. Custom vanilla assets. Fantastic mod. Just one of my favorite mods. OC Decorator DLC and OC Decorator, just two of the best mods out there. Lets you place static versions of like a lot of objects in the game. It's really useful in decorating. Only clear weather for Commonwealth. Just gets rid of storms essentially. If you want like storms and stuff, just turn it off. Yeah, so that's all it's intended for, is for settlement builders. It even says that in the description. Plenty of exploration, just adds a bunch of new places to go, which is kind of cool. Freemaker just lets you build anything, pretty much. It's awesome. I have the complete edition, so it includes all 6 DLCs. Uh, Beantown Interiors Project does the same thing as Plenty of Exploration, but new places. So that's cool. Insignificant Object Remover removes a bunch of just like junk that's laying around, like little rocks that you can't see that are underneath the ground. And like it says right here, I'm essentially removing 1/4 of all the grass you don't see, uh, to try to help with frames and stuff like that. Try to give you some more frames per second and make the game run a little bit smoother and make it not so rough on the game. Workbench anywhere. I've not used that yet. I've got it pretty low on my load order. It's sure that it's supposed to be higher, but I haven't messed with it yet. But I do plan on it eventually. I'm not sure when. Choose your own perks. That's just so that I can get all of the perks for building without actually having to level up on this character, because I'm only level like, I don't know, I think like 70 something, and I'm just too lazy to unlock the specific perks that are required for building. I've unlocked stuff so that I can play, and then I was like, oh, I should probably do this so I can build everything. Uh, all settlements extended. That's a great mod that I use now, and it just makes larger build areas in all the settlements. But yeah, that's the bottom of my load order. This mod probably needs to be higher, but I don't really know what to do exactly with this. But it's a really simple load order, just USO. You don't have to use this mod. This just makes it easier for me to wire everything up in my settlement. I have all the USO mods, scrap that settlement, and then a bunch of other building mods scattered through until I get to the bottom. Then it's kind of like my gameplay mods. The Beanstown and Beantown Interiors and Plenio Exploration. Those are closer to the bottom. But yeah, that's my load order. If you guys have any questions about load orders, I'm gonna leave that Google Docs in the description. That gives you a lot of information. Or I'll probably leave a comment too and pin that so that you guys can see that. But hopefully this helps somebody, and I gave you guys some information that you guys would, or that somebody needs, and that this helps out. Uh, if not, sorry. You can comment and I'll try to help you. I've already done that for somebody the other day, or well, about a week ago now. But hopefully I can help some people out. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys think that I need to fix my load order, or if you guys know what I need to do to my load order, because I'm not 100% certain. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.